Hi there, my name is Sheila Bacon, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So this is another one of my, oh boy, that aged badly videos. Oh boy, that aged badly videos. So I figured this is a reasonably popular strand because people keep sending me things that have aged very badly. And a lot of things have aged badly. Now, what makes something age badly? That's something I think is worth speaking about before we get into it. So when somebody says something that's, there you go, well, that's an interesting idea. That only works well if they go ahead and do that idea and it pans out. If they go ahead and do that idea and they fall flat on their face and it's like unmitigated disaster, that's when something ages badly. That's when something ages badly, and woo, we have a lot of those. So this strand really pulls from Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall, because the big mistake they made was they claimed victory at the first moment. Yeah, the moment that Jodie Whittaker was cast, they went, yes! Victory! At last we can drink those sweet, sweet man-boy tears. And they weren't very, very, subtle about that at all. And then, it started and it didn't work out that well. We were like, ooh, not very good. But the first time anybody said, oh, it wasn't very good, they didn't like that at all. They said, you're one of those man babies whose sweet tears we enjoy drinking, so you just don't like it because you don't like women. You don't like women. And I don't really understand the idea of not liking women. Like, really? That's a lot of people not to like because they have a uterus? I don't know. I don't understand why you don't like women, but they say, hey, you don't like women. I was kind of open-minded to it. I was like, yeah, okay, fine. And then they made it, and it was freaking awful. So it's not my fault it's awful. But, so a lot of these things have aged extremely badly. We're going to be reading this thing in a minute. This is an article from Yahoo Movies. Yahoo Movies from December 25th, 2018. Back in those days when we didn't know quite how bad it was going to be. And yes, it was pretty dumb bad. Before we get there, can I ask you guys, can you hit the like button? Can you hit that share button? But mostly, can you hit the subscribe button? That would be fan-dabby double dozy. Thank you very much. I am incredibly and pathetically grateful for all of you that subscribe to my channel. Thank you for, actually, I really am. I genuinely am very, very grateful if you subscribe to my channel. Of course, you can enter my weekly competitions. The prize this week is this fantastic Judge Dredd graphic novel, Judge Dredd Origins. Well, look at that cover by Brian Boland. Absolutely gorgeous. The artwork inside is by the late, great Carlos Esquiza and a little bit by Kev Walker. This goes into the origins of Judge Dredd, his time as a cadet with his brother Rico. And there's a large part of that. There's a large part about Judge Dredd lore in there. It's a really good comment. I recommend it highly. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, and in the comments leave the hashtag Cadet Rico. Cadet Rico. We're going to do the prize draw on, I'm guessing, October 4th. I haven't looked at the calendar. I think it's Sunday. I'm guessing October 4th. So you enter. Good luck. Also, go check the video notes. Firstly, it's all the information you need to win this fantastic prize. Also, there is a link to another Judge Dredd goodie, a Judge Dredd audio adventure called Judge Dredd Trapped on Titan, written by Jonathan Clements. This was made by a company called Big Finish, and it also co-starred Nicola Bryant from Doctor who is forever, ever ensconced in my memory, because what happened with Nicola Bryant is she's a very attractive young lady, especially she still is, but when she was 22, she was very, very attractive. And then the producer of Doctor Who at the time, John Nathan Turner, said, your costume, I think, needs to sound that speaks to your character. It says your character. It says everything about character. So I want you to squeeze into the spandex and very shorts and high heels. I want you to do that and run up and down corridors. Now the effect of this was that she got permanently put in my 13-year-old mind, trapped in there forever in an area of my psyche I like to call the spank bank. And she's in the spank bank. Can't get you out, darling. I'd love to get you out, but she's in there, and it's a great audio. Unfortunately, you can't buy this thing anymore. You can't download it. You can't buy it. It's out of license, out of print. So clicking the link is the only way you can get it. I've changed where I'm uploading it. I was uploading it to my website. Now I'm uploading it to my Google Drive. Help yourself. Download it. Enjoy it. I will say, if you download it, you listen to it, enjoy it, go over to Big Finish and buy yourself a release of something or other. They're cheap, like $2.99. Or if they ever get the license back, go and buy yourself a legal copy of this. So everything is nice and kosher. That's just my general good advice. If you don't know what to get from Big Finish, check my channel. I've got a ton of Big Finish guides. Again, go check out the Big Finish on a budget. There's a ton of stuff that's really cheap. That's really, really good. Fine. So let's have a look at this article. There you go. Doink. So Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker won't watch classic episodes until she quits the role. Exclusively a bad idea. So again, this would have been fantastic. This would have been great if the Doctor Who she then went out and made was original and like going in a new direction and was really good and engaging. Unfortunately, the Doctor Who she made was terrible and repellent to everybody, and it's horribly unpopular. So yeah, that aged a little bit badly. But let's look at it. I mean, even her face here, she looks like kind of just stupid, doesn't she? I'm not going to watch anything. I'm going to do the research. Yeah, that's a great idea, darling. Jodie Whittaker hasn't even materialized as the 13th Doctor yet. This was back in that time when we had hope. We had hope it wouldn't be awful. And then we found out, it was going to be pretty darn awful. But she's already. By the way, if you watched it and liked it, good for you. Nothing against you whatsoever. I am quite envious of you. But she's already planning a classic. This is such spin. What? But she's already planning a classic Doctor Who DVD marathon when the time comes to hand over the TARDIS key. Really? So when you finish, you're going to work out how incredibly bad you are. Well, I wonder if you'll start using that hashtag that your fans are so obsessed about. Who say anybody who doesn't like you uses hashtag and is therefore evil. The hashtag not my doctor. I wonder if you'll start using that. Go, oh yeah, I feel a bit socially awkward. I guess I'm not my doctor either. I'm a new Whovian. Oh God. Somebody told her the word for Doctor Who fan was Whovian. It's not. It's called Doctor Who fan. Whovian sounds like you don't know what you're talking about. You know why you don't know what you're talking about? Because you don't know what you're talking about. You know why you don't know what you're talking about? It's because you don't like Doctor Who. That's really the bottom line. You go, well, that's not really for me. It's too boyish. So I'm going to try and make it more feminine. And so it'll appeal to everyone. Yeah, that was the plan. Unfortunately, it ended up appealing to nobody. So good, well done there. The actor. What? By the way, the actor. Why is there not a word actress anymore? What? Like, how is that? Like, how is that demeaning? Because you're female, you're an actress, and you're a male, you're an actor. I don't understand why one is better than the other. Yeah, okay, but we're not allowed to say actress anymore. The actor told Yahoo Movies at the new series press launch in Sheffield on Monday. They launched it, okay. But the wonder of it is when you fall in love with a show like I have, you lying little bit. You haven't fallen in love with it. You've got another 55-year history to go back on. You've got box set after box set. Yeah. You're not really going to go back to many of these box sets, are you? Because again, if you like what you've been doing in Doctor Who, I think you're really not going to like Doctor Who before you came. However, Whittaker, the show's first female Doctor, they had to say then, who makes a TV debut on October 7th. Okay, so it was probably around November when I realised Doctor Who was in a very bad space. Won't be going back to the adventures of predecessors like William Hartnell, Tom Baker, or a Broadchurch co-star David Tennant just yet. I wanted to read my research, not watch it. Well, what research did you reid, I wonder? Okay, that's fair enough. But what research did you read? Did you read any of the Doctor Who novels? Any what did you read? Did okay? Maybe she's gonna say. Said the 36-year-old of her preparation for the role. I can't believe you prepared in any way, shape, or form. Adding she didn't want to feel bound in by too much knowledge of how others have played it. Yeah, okay, so maybe you should have been bound in by the idea that the Doctor was a hero. And was, a genius. Was very, very clever. Hero was a bit irascible at times. Could be. Was never perfect. Was a wonderful, wonderful character. Maybe wanted, but just a hero, right? I can't imagine any other Doctor beforehand when they had a companion. Voice a very real concern. Said, "Doctor, I'm scared. I want to let you know of my personal fears because I'm scared of cancer, the most terrifying disease I think in the national consciousness of the world, of the Western world at the very least. I'm scared of it returning. Do you have any words to inspire me with?" Now, the Doctor is a character that's a hero that lifts people up. And this Doctor, instead of coming up with words of wisdom to lift up this poor man suffering, instead she goes, "Hey, I feel a bit socially awkward. I can't think of anything to say." Oh, yeah. I don't think many Doctors have done that before. Maybe, I don't know, if you watch 1 or 2 episodes, you might. But again, I don't think you didn't want to feel bad in. I don't think you wanted to watch it because you just don't like it because you're an average girl. I mean, average girls tend to not like Doctor, especially classic Doctor Who, do they? No, they don't. I know you don't like that, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, you question yourself a lot as an actor. You don't question yourself. Really? Did you question yourself at all? Okay, and you never want a third eye to third eye it and think, has this been done before? Again. Maybe if you took on the role of Albert Einstein and you played Albert Einstein, who as an incontinent moron, right, has to wear this diaper because he keeps crapping himself, like, yeah, maybe that wouldn't be too Einstein-y, I don't know. You don't want to be too bound in, do you? Oh God! You don't think you did want to be bound in by? You want to be bound in by Peter Capaldi's salary. You wanted to get the same pay that he got, even though you get less viewers than he got. You want the same pay, don't you? Yeah, I don't think so. Well, actually, I do think so, but I don't think it's overly fair. Am I trying to be like someone else? Or is this me in the moment? Okay, if this is you in the moment, we're not interested. Yes, okay, yeah. If you want to be you in the moment, we see what you are in this moment, and it has not been a good moment. Don't be you, darling. Don't be you. That's a bad idea. The joy of a role like this is making it your own. So you wanted to make it unwatchable. Okay. Mwah. Beautiful, beautiful acting choices. It has elements that continue throughout all the space and time. Never has a Doctor been an idiot before. Never has a Doctor been an idiot before. Never has a Doctor been a conformist before. Yeah, never has a Doctor been a virtue signaling moron before. Yeah, no. Listen. I think every other Doctor, with the possible exception of Colin Baker, who's really trying to make him look like a bigger arsehole every day, would have been reviled by the Twitterati that you are clearly a part of. Wait. And then elements that continue throughout time and space. Yeah, like heroism. Yeah, do you have any of that in your portrayal? No. And it's always funny. Your Doctor's always described as being so hopeful. Why? What does that actually mean? What does it mean? She's full of hope? No, she's not. Like when she met Ryan's father. Did she fill him with hope to make him the best Ryan's father that he could be? No, you virtue signal to him, and then Graham ended up being like the hero once again. Okay, whatever. But what's brilliant about what's brilliant is the lack of walls around it. Well, yeah, maybe in 1 or 2 of the walls you should have kept. You're trusted that your instincts is right for the moment. It's not. Stop doing that. Stop trusting that. God, this has aged badly. Stop trusting those instincts. Okay, those instincts have misled you. They have clearly misled you. Don't trust those instincts. That's why it's a role that so many people would love to play. Yeah, you wanted to play it because not because you loved the role, not because you're interested in the role, but because what it meant politically. Remember, we said that in another "oh boy, that aged badly" video. What it meant in terms of an actress, in terms of a woman, in terms of a feminist, but not really so much in terms of the character. Would love to, and that's why so many have played it, have adored it, and they only speak passionately about it because they like Doctor Who. They have liked Doctor Who. You don't like Doctor Who. That's really the big difference. But when I hand over these shoes, I'm going to watch it from episode 1. If you get through that first episode, I'll be so you might get through like half of it, but you don't strike me as somebody with perseverance, which is kind of what your doctor strikes me as like as well. Producers hope the new series will serve as an accessible jumping on point for viewers. It worked as an accessible jumping on point for viewers, but kind of in the same way as it worked as an even better accessible jumping off point for viewers. Those viewers jumped on and then they jumped off instantly. You have the lowest ratings ever in the revived era, and I think the lowest ratings ever bar 2 episodes of Battlefield. That would be 89 when it was doing its absolute worst and hated by the BBC. Certainly wasn't on a cushy time slot with a good budget and great promotion. No, none of that happened, did it? In fact, that season when Battlefield got those low ratings, that was at the beginning of the season. And you know what the graph looked like if you looked at the rest of the ratings for the season? It went like this: up, 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 up. And you know what your graph looked like? It went down, 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 down. So that's not good. That's not good. I just think it gets, I think you're a bit of an idiot because that's how you play the Doctor. So I don't think you've worked out that going down is bad and going up is good. As well as keeping, even better, jumping on point for new viewers, as well as keeping the titles millions of devoted fans on side. Yeah, how'd that work out for you? Chibnall, Matt Stevens, how'd that work out for you? If you need any encyclopedic knowledge before watching it, you don't, Whittaker assures us. Oh yeah, really? Again, so assured us. So why does nobody want to watch your Doctor Who? Nobody needed an encyclopedic knowledge of it, but people kind of wanted to see Doctor Who. They kind of want to see something Doctor Who-y and Daleks and Cybermen and, something felt Doctor Who-y. They didn't want to see virtual signaling trash, which I think may be why you didn't go down to her. This is inclusive. It represents the world we live in today. Yes, and the world we live in... Oh, there's Matt Stevens and Chibnall, idiots. And the world we live in today has rejected you. The world we live in today has rejected you. Because that's not the world we live in today. That's Twitter that you live in today. Again, Twitter, it represents 3% of the population. 1% of that is the Twitterati. That's the world you're living in today. That's why no one's interested in watching your Doctor Who. That's why when they want to make money from the show, they have to remove your face from merchandise entirely, don't they? Yes. It represents the world we live in today as well as taking you to these brand new places, I'll say, brand new, very boring places, and maybe places you're familiar with, not in your first season, and unless it's Sheffield. Yeah, they took us to that windswept, exotic location, Sheffield. Well done, but we're seeing it from a different point of view. I didn't see Sheffield from a different point of view. Okay, it was weird actually because Yaz in the second series was from Yorkshire. And she was bullied for being a Muslim. What part of Yorkshire was that, I wonder? Because no part of Yorkshire that exists in this reality. New showrunner Chris Chibnall, whose opening Doctor Who episode, The Woman Who Fell to Earth, was shown to journalists at the event, which actually didn't belie how awful it was going to be. At the event, promises 10 weeks of action. Nope, 10 weeks of boredom and preaching. Adventure and fun. Okay, 10 weeks of action, adventure and fun. No, 10 weeks of boredom and preaching. And tedium. 10 weeks of it, really. That's so unimpressive. Such terrible portions and terrible food too. Which is not to say the series and the Doctor herself won't show a darker side. When do we see the darker side? No, we saw the blander side. Yeah, that's what you meant. Yeah, we saw the blander side. I think everybody has their complexities and nuances. Well, not your Doctor. And I don't think you want to cross the Doctor. This Doctor doesn't scare me at all. I remember the showdown with Lenny Henry. It was just ridiculous. Lenny Henry would have just had a shot on the spot. And please do. That maybe we can induce a regeneration. She has a moral center. No, she doesn't have a moral center. That's the thing. She's an absolute virtue signaling conformist. Look at how Graham dealt with Ryan's father in Resolution, the turgid festive episode, New Year's Day episode, and look how the Doctor dealt with Ryan's father. One just wanted to virtue signal, and one wanted to do what was best for people, right? And it wasn't the Doctor being the good one. So she doesn't have a moral center, and I think that's also exciting about her as a heroic character. What was her heroism? Show me her heroism. And that's the thing. If any of this was true, I would be on board. But none of this is true. These are just words. These are empty words that you're flapping your lips with. And it's aged very badly, hasn't it? It's aged extremely badly. Every single scene, you as an actor and you as a character discover something new. It's never decided. It's not. This is how the Doctor reacts in this scenario. Yeah, normally the Doctor doesn't react as a virtue signaling moron conformist. That's right. It can change. It can be fluid, and that's wonderful. Yeah, a little bit too fluid. I think you've. I think it's the end of the article. Yes, a story continues. Are we going to? Is there more? Is it worth seeing the more continues? Oh my God! Yeah, two more. Let's see what else I got to say. Bradley Walsh, who plays companion Graham O'Brien, actually played the moral centre of the moral heroic centre of that first series. Thinks a new series could represent an even bigger step change than the show's triumphant 2005 revival. Yes, while that exploded onto the screen and people were enthused and loved it, this more erupted like boil and like a pus-filled boil dribbled down your face. It's a different Doctor Who. Yeah, it's crap. The 58-year-old told Yahoo Movies it was a huge change when Chris Eccleston took over. Yeah, it went from not being on TV and reviled to being on TV and people loving it. So the change is when you took over, it was on TV and people loved it, and now it's not on TV that much, and I don't think it's going to be on that much longer, and people hate it. That is, this is that. Times 10. This is massive. Yeah, it was massively awful. Yeah. Again, don't claim victory until the scores are in, because if you do that, it's going to age a bit badly. I thoroughly enjoyed making every second of making it. Oh, good for you. Was the paycheck not enough? It's been extraordinary. I didn't realize how big the show was. How did you not realize how big the show was? I mean, it's not that big anymore. I mean, you did shrink it down to size. You shrink it to way below size. I had no idea to be able to say you're in Doctor Who, and Jodie just leads from the front. She's fantastic. Oh, God. She leads from the front. She's not fantastic. Also on the red carpet in Sheffield, where the new series is mainly set, were Tosin Gull and Mandit Gill. God, Mandit Gill, such a moron. Have you ever seen her Twitter feed? She is just such a moron. Who plays the Doctor's new friends, her fam, Ryan and Yasmin. The composer, Sergun Akinola, who clearly wasn't hired because of the skin colour, right? Yeah, Chris General was sitting around Matt Stevens one day, yeah, they're thinking, who should we get to do the music? Should we get Murray Gold, who does an incredible, emotional, romantic, moving music? Or should we get a guy who does music like this? What should we do? Which one should we go for? Maybe we should go for the one with the dark skin colour. Maybe we do that. I don't know. That seems like it'll work better. Who has written all the music for the series? Yeah, you should keep that to yourself, mate. His brief included reinterpreting the iconic Doctor Who theme. Yeah, whether it being like this incredible iconic theme, although the Capaldi theme was not good. To being even worse, for which he used elements of Delia Darby's original 1963 classic arrangement. Chris Matt Stevens, exec producer, and I wanted to do something that honoured the original, so I made it sound like it was playing inside a toilet. Yeah, okay, that'll do the trick. That was a genuine desire we all came up with individually. Oh, they can't come with a desire individually to do something that honoured the original. Okay, that's whoa. Well, you're all thinking outside the box. See, this is the thing. when you have morons, right? When they have basic ideas, morons having like basic normal ideas, they think they're being like geniuses. Because I have an idea. We all had the idea at the same time. It must mean something. It means it's a bloody obvious idea, you bloody idiots. We all came up with it individually without even knowing. You all came up with the bleeding obvious without knowing it. That's breathtaking. So that's what I tried to do. Something that honored the original and gave it the respect it deserved, but also tried to do something fresh and exciting with it. Not so much. I really love the whole sound of the BBC Radiophonic Workshop had. The spirit of experimentation that was really inspiring. Yeah, experimentation is always good if your experiment works. If your experiment fails horribly, oh boy, does that age badly. My name is Phelan Beckett, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.